Hello everyone, my name is Clevin, and today I'm introduced about why the surface chlorophyll A bloom in Taiwan shore all year round. And first, we need to talk about what is chlorophyll and algal bloom. And chlorophyll is a green pigment that found in plants or algae or other green plants that essential for the photosynthetic, and it can let the light energy to turn into the chemical energy. And the algal bloom is caused by like the nutrients or the sunlight and the warm temperatures. Like this is the algal bloom, and we can see it can caused by the nutrient pollution or the rise in surface temperature or the CO2 or the forest fires. And it toxic to the like wildlife, humans or the fishes. And this is our purpose. And we analyze of the annual distribution of chlorophyll A on the Taiwan shore sea surface. Then we explore the environmental driving relationship of its seasonal changes. And the main reasons affecting the variation of phytoplankton productivity in different seasons. And we understanding the ecological impact of seasonal changes in chlorophyll A. And this is the Taiwan Strait. We can see the Taiwan Strait is made from these three currents, like the high temperature and high salinity crucial branch water (KBW), and the medium salinity and medium temperature South China Sea current (SCSW), and the low temperature and low salinity Zhejiang Fujian crystal water (CMCW). And this is our study area. We study this area because these three currents converge here. So the environment is complex and have a high biological productivity. And also the monsoon and temperature gradients is easily to be observed here. And this is our data and methods from 2012 January to 2021 December. Like we use the daily chlorophyll A data from the ESA and the PAR from the NASA, and sea surface temperature from the satellite, and others like the sea level high salinity data, wind speeds, and the algal global data. And we also use physical formula to calculate like the temperature gradient and volcanicity and MLD and IOD. And this is our results. This is the wind field. We can see in autumn and in winter is their surface current speed is faster than the spring and summer because these three seasons is below the northeast monsoon. So the northeast monsoon is faster than the summer's southwest monsoon. And in spring, because it's between the winter and summer, it turns the northeast monsoon to turns into the southwest monsoon. So its wind is not very stronger. And this is the sea surface height and the flow field. And we can see in summer, because the monsoon, so the SCSW will get inside and the cold water will get up. So here, the sea level is more higher. And in winter, because the monsoon, so the ZMCW turns down and the cold water and the warm water mix together. So the sea level is lower. And in spring and autumn, because there changes the monsoon, so the sea level is not very obvious. And this is the sea surface temperature gradient. And we can see winter and spring, their sea temperature changes very large because in winter, the CMCW turns down and the cold and the warm water mix together. So their temperature changes a lot. And because in winter, the weather is very cold, so the surface heating is slow. And so the cold water can stay on the surface for a long time. And this is the PAR. And our picture has some mistake. The latitude is not the south, it may be the north. And the PAR provides enough light conditions for phytoplankton and is an indispensable factor infusing the chlorophyll A concentration at the surface. And we can see the low latitude, because their sunlight is stronger, so the high latitude, their PAR is more upper and downward, and it make less the chlorophyll A, their growth will be changes. And this is the salinity, and we can see this white shape is the Taiwan Strait, and here is the near shore, and here is the offshore, and we can see in near shore deeper depth, the salinity is very high in all seasons, and the offshore salinity is lower. That because there is not a very huge changes in the near shore, like no upwelling or others cold water intrusion. So the near shore's salinity is very high. And this is our total resource. And as we can see, in Taiwan Strait and even the China Strait, there has the chlorophyll A bloom in this place all year round. And in summer and October to January, their chlorophyll A concentration is higher than other seasons. And the last, we explore which resources are more important in the chlorophyll A growth in each seasons. Like in spring, because the CNCW get down, so the temperature gradient is the most important. And in this season, the sun rises, so sunlight becomes the stronger. So the PAR is the second one. And because the spring changes the monsoon, so the sea surface wind field is not very important. And the last, because the water has not yet mixed together, so the salinity changes is not very strong. So the salinity is the last. And in summer, although the monsoon is southwest monsoon, but its strength and direction is stable, and so easily can cause the upwelling and bringing the bottom nutrients to the top. So the sea surface wind field is the most important. And the wind, and because the SCSW and the KBW turn up, so the salinity in here is very strong. And the sunlight is the strongest in summer. The sunlight is the strongest, and and so the SST is even distribution. Oh shit! And the SST is a even distribution. So the temperature gradient is a third. And because in summer the PAR becomes the maximum, so it is not case to care about more or less the chlorophyll A growth. So it will be the last. And in autumn, there still have the strong sunlight, and the mixed layer become the shallower, so the water is settable, and so the PAR will be the first one. And in this season, the CMCW will get down slowly, so mixing with the wind water, and so the salinity will be the second one. And the water temperature will turn down, but not had a very huge changes. So the temperature gradient will be the third. And because the monsoon in southwest monsoon turn into the northeast monsoon in this season, so the sea surface wind field will not be very strong. And the last, the CMCW mixing with the wind water. So it has a strong temperature gradient. And the strong northeast monsoon can cause the upwelling and bringing the bottom nutrients to the top. So the sea surface wind field will be the second. And the sunlight is not very strong enough in winter. so the PR is the dirt. And then in winter, the water masses are more stable in winter, so the salinity will be the less. And our conclusion is now there has chlorophyll A bloom in Taiwan Shore all year round, and in each season there has different reason to make the chlorophyll A growth. And this is my report. Thank you.
I think it do very good, and I can clearly know what did he say about this paper and more detail about this study, and I can understand. Yeah, his talk speed is very smooth. Okay, so I can clearly know what did you say.
I think you did a better job than your talk one, but there's still something I want to tell you. So you text a lot, not a lot. You text more text on your slide, but you have to mark the key point. But or I can see a lot of text at one time. Yeah. So and also, you talk about the wind, but your color bar mark the current speed. So I was confused by that part. So you should check the the word. Your talk really needs a short conclusion in each part. Or I will just like, what are you talking about? And I would just, oh my God, a lot of information and I lost. Yeah, thank you.
You change the background color in the PowerPoint is good because the last one is too black. And I think you added the purpose is good. And the page 5 to page 7 have better introduction to your background information and research area is good. And you replace the formula with more understandable logic way is good. And in the result part, the chart are introduced more clear, and you use some guideline, and the small text is more understand. I think you have a good performance in this time because the last time I just feel you just come here and just read your script, and this time I feel you think about how to make the people understand your speech is good. At the page 18 and the 19, you can add some more small words to let the audience to know what kind of flow chart because you see the flow chart at the same time. I cannot understand what you want to do. So I think you can use the small text on the each of chart is end.